Every single night, millions of seniors are unknowingly stressing their hearts while they sleep, and it's not because of clogged arteries, high blood pressure, or cholesterol. It's because of hidden sleep habits, things as simple as how you breathe, what you drink before bed, or the way you position your body. New research shows these nightly routines can quietly raise nighttime blood pressure, trigger irregular rhythms, and even starve the heart of oxygen when it needs recovery most. I'm Dr. Howard Tucker, a cardiologist with decades of experience helping older adults protect their hearts. And today, I'm going to share the 5 common sleep habits that damage your heart every night, and what to do instead so your body can heal, restore, and wake up stronger. Because the truth is, heart protection doesn't only happen in the doctor's office or on your morning walk, it happens while you're asleep. And once you recognize these habits, you'll see how small, simple changes can add years of healthier living to your life. Most seniors think the safest way to sleep is flat on the back. But for the aging heart, this position can be surprisingly risky. When you lie flat, gravity pulls your tongue and soft tissues backward, narrowing your airway. This silent blockage doesn't just cause snoring, it reduces oxygen flow. And here's the problem. Every dip in oxygen forces your heart to beat harder, faster, and more erratically. It's like asking your heart to sprint when it should be resting. Studies from the American Heart Association show that seniors with sleep apnea or mild airway obstruction are up to 70% more likely to develop atrial fibrillation, the irregular rhythm that doubles the risk of stroke. Many don't even realize it's happening because these oxygen dips often occur dozens of times per night without fully waking you. Now here's where things get even more concerning. When oxygen drops, the body responds with a surge of stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol. Instead of being calm and restorative, your sleep becomes an all-night stress test for your heart. Over months and years, this constant strain raises nighttime blood pressure, weakens the heart muscle, and speeds up arterial stiffening. But the danger isn't only long-term. Seniors who sleep flat on their backs are also more likely to experience sudden nighttime chest discomfort, racing pulse, or unexplained morning fatigue. These are all signs that the heart never truly got to rest. The fix doesn't require expensive equipment. Slightly elevating the head and upper body, using a wedge pillow or adjusting your bed frame can dramatically reduce airway collapse. Side sleeping is even better for many people because it keeps the throat open, improves oxygen delivery, and reduces the nightly pressure spikes on the heart. In fact, research shows seniors who adopt side sleeping see immediate improvements in oxygen saturation and heart rate stability. So, while sleeping flat on your back seems harmless, for the aging heart it's like running uphill all night long. Adjusting your sleep position could be one of the simplest, most powerful changes you ever make for heart health. For decades, many seniors have believed that a nightcap before bed, whether a glass of wine, a shot of whiskey, or even a cocktail, helps them fall asleep. And while it's true alcohol can make you feel drowsy, what it does to your heart once you're asleep is far from soothing. Here's what happens inside the body. Alcohol initially relaxes your nervous system, which tricks you into drifting off faster. But within hours, your liver starts breaking it down. That process creates spikes in adrenaline and disrupts your natural sleep cycles. Instead of sinking into the deep, restorative stages of sleep, you end up tossing between light, fragmented stages where your heart is far more active than it should be. Researchers at Harvard found that just one nightly drink can raise nighttime blood pressure, by an average of 5 to 7 points, a small number that becomes dangerous when repeated every night for years. Elevated nighttime blood pressure is one of the strongest predictors of heart attacks and strokes in older adults because the heart never gets its recovery window.
And the impact doesn't stop there. Alcohol also dehydrates you. As the body loses fluids overnight, the blood becomes slightly thicker. That forces the heart to pump harder, increasing the strain on already aging vessels. Combine that with the adrenaline surges, and the so-called relaxing nightcap becomes a hidden heart stressor. Even worse, alcohol relaxes the muscles in the airway. For seniors who already snore or have mild sleep apnea, this can double the number of oxygen drops during the night, putting the heart under repeated episodes of silent suffocation. That's why cardiologists often call nighttime drinking a stealth trigger for arrhythmias, especially atrial fibrillation. The fix doesn't mean giving up enjoyment altogether. Replacing the nightcap with a calming alternative like chamomile tea, tart cherry juice, or warm milk can ease the nervous system without jacking up blood pressure or stressing the heart. These drinks actually support melatonin production, guiding you into deeper, steadier sleep. So while that evening drink may feel like a harmless ritual, your heart pays the price every night you rely on it. Trade the short-term drowsiness for true restorative sleep, and your heart will finally get the deep rest it's been begging for. It's one of the most common bedtime habits among seniors, reaching for a light snack before sleep. Maybe it's a bowl of cereal, a slice of bread, or a cookie with warm milk. It feels harmless, even comforting. But here's the truth. Those simple carbs may be sabotaging your heart while you sleep. When you eat refined carbs or sugary snacks at night, your blood sugar surges. The body responds by releasing a flood of insulin to bring levels back down. This roller coaster doesn't just disturb your metabolism, it forces your heart into a pattern of nighttime stress. Instead of resting, your heart is now working overtime to handle spikes in blood sugar, insulin, and blood pressure. Researchers at Columbia University tracked older adults who snacked on refined carbs before bed, and the results were alarming. These individuals had 30% higher rates of nighttime arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats that can wake you with palpitations or quietly raise your risk of stroke. Even worse, blood sugar dips that follow the insulin surge often trigger adrenaline release, leading to sudden awakenings, restless tossing, and an overworked heart.
And here's the hidden danger. Seniors with already weakened circulation often don't feel the immediate effects. They wake up tired, groggy, or with morning headaches, without realizing their hearts were under silent stress all night. Over time, these repeated cycles contribute to stiffened arteries, higher blood pressure, and reduced heart resilience. The good news is, not all snacks are harmful. Choosing heart-steadying options makes a world of difference. A handful of almonds, half a banana with natural peanut butter, or a small cup of unsweetened Greek yogurt provides protein, healthy fats, and slow-release carbs that keep blood sugar steady. These foods nourish the body and allow the heart to rest instead of riding a metabolic roller coaster. So that innocent cookie or late-night cereal might seem like a comfort, but for your heart, it's a hidden stress test. Replace it with a balanced, low-sugar option, and you'll give your cardiovascular system the quiet night of recovery it deserves. Most seniors don't think twice about how they curl up in bed, but one of the most common sleep positions, lying on the stomach or even curled tightly on one side, can quietly cut off circulation in ways that overwork the heart all night long. Here's what happens. When you sleep face down or with your body sharply twisted, you're compressing major blood vessels in the chest and abdomen. This limits blood return to the heart. With less blood filling its chambers, the heart has to beat faster and harder just to keep circulation steady. Instead of resting, it's essentially running a marathon in the middle of the night. Studies from the European Society of Cardiology have shown that poor sleep posture, especially stomach sleeping, is linked to higher nighttime blood pressure and lower oxygen delivery to tissues. For seniors whose vessels are already more rigid, this added stress can lead to nighttime palpitations, swelling in the legs, or even chest pressure that gets brushed off as just a bad night's sleep. And there's another hidden danger. Curling into a tight fetal position may feel cozy, but it can restrict diaphragmatic breathing. That shallow breathing limits oxygen intake and forces the heart to pump harder to deliver enough oxygen-rich blood to the body. Over time, this nightly strain reduces the heart's efficiency and can even trigger irregular rhythms. The solution isn't complicated. Supporting your body with pillows, under the knees if you're on your back, between the legs if you're on your side, helps keep circulation open and breathing smooth. Elevating the chest slightly can also reduce compression on the lungs and heart. These small adjustments allow your cardiovascular system to stay calm, steady, and efficient while you sleep. So, while you may think your favorite sleeping posture is harmless comfort, your heart may be battling all night against blocked circulation and restricted oxygen. Fixing your sleep position could be one of the simplest ways to wake up with more energy, steadier blood pressure, and a healthier heart. For years, seniors have been told that going to bed early and sleeping as much as possible is the ultimate sign of good health. And while rest is essential, there's a hidden danger. Oversleeping or keeping an inconsistent bedtime routine can actually backfire on the heart. Here's why. The heart thrives on rhythm, not just the electrical rhythm of each beat, but the daily rhythm of wake and sleep. When bedtime shifts from 9 p.m. one night to midnight the next, your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm, becomes confused. Hormones like melatonin, cortisol, and even blood pressure regulating chemicals are released at the wrong times. The result? Higher nighttime blood pressure, increased inflammation, and poor recovery of the heart muscle. Oversleeping creates its own problems. Seniors who regularly spend more than 9 or 10 hours in bed are at higher risk for stiffened arteries and weaker cardiac output. Why? Because long periods of inactivity slow circulation, increase blood pooling in the legs, and reduce the heart's efficiency. A large 2021 study in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that seniors who overslept had a significantly higher rate of heart failure compared to those with consistent, moderate sleep routines. And here's the paradox. Many seniors who oversleep wake up feeling groggy, not refreshed. That's because excessive time in bed often fragments deep sleep, leading to more awakenings, restless tossing, and irregular heart rhythms throughout the night. Instead of strengthening the heart, this healthy habit actually weakens it. The fix isn't about sleeping less, it's about sleeping smarter. Aim for a consistent bedtime and wake-up schedule, ideally around 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep. Prioritize quality over quantity by focusing on good sleep hygiene, a cool room, limited screens before bed, and calming pre-sleep rituals like stretching or reading. These habits strengthen the circadian rhythm, which in turn stabilizes nighttime blood pressure and supports the heart's natural repair cycle. So while the advice to get plenty of sleep sounds simple, the reality is that too much or too irregular sleep can quietly strain the aging heart. By choosing consistency and balance, you transform sleep from a nightly stressor into one of your most powerful heart-healing tools. So now you've seen it. 5 sleep habits that seem harmless, even healthy, but quietly put your heart under nightly stress. The good news is that every single one of them can be fixed with small, simple changes, adjusting your sleep position, swapping out that midnight drink, choosing better snacks, and keeping a steady rhythm. These aren't medical procedures or prescriptions. They're choices you control, starting tonight. Because here's the truth. Your heart doesn't just age during the day. The real wear and tear happens at night, when it's supposed to heal but instead is battling oxygen drops, pressure spikes, and restless rhythms. Remove those nightly stressors, and you don't just protect your heart. You give it the chance to actually grow stronger while you sleep. But sleep habits are only half the story. There's another hidden daily ritual, something millions of seniors do every single morning, that silently stiffens arteries and doubles the risk of stroke. And almost nobody realizes it. That's what I'll reveal next.